Hello and welcome. My name is Lexi Jong, and here I like to talk about luxury beauty. And today we're just going to do a quick video on how I've been doing my hair recently. So this has been highly requested, and I have to give all the credit to the Dyson Airwrap. So I purchased it. It comes in this big case here. I purchased it for myself for Christmas, and I got it sometime in December and kind of set it aside. I was gonna open it on Christmas and then start using it, and I just kept putting it off and putting it off. I was like, I knew, if you watch all the videos, everybody says, oh, there's this learning curve and blah blah blah. And I have to say that's sort of true, but not really my experience for this. So not for what I do with it. And so my friend Jen, Just Glow Firefly, she also picked one of these up recently, and she had been using it and loving it. And she finally FaceTimed me, made me sit down and do it with her. And I have to say, it is like the easiest, best hair thing I've ever used. I do my hair in 3 minutes. So I shower early in the morning when I get up. And then I let my hair air dry while I'm doing all the stuff like getting kids ready and breakfast and all that kind of thing. And then afterwards, I just do this on dry hair, and it takes me 3 minutes, brush it out, and this is what I'm left with. So this has kind of fallen already a little bit. This is how it will look the rest of the day. This is with no like hairspray or anything. I actually didn't curl it quite as much as I usually do today. Usually I'll hold it a little bit longer, but I was trying to film me actually doing my hair, and unfortunately I'm sitting right underneath a smoke detector and the hot air from it kept turning the smoke detector on. So I kind of rushed through it a little bit. So it actually took me 2.5 minutes today instead of 3 minutes, but typically I hold it for about 10 seconds. So I take just a small section of hair typically, so about this much, maybe a little bit more, and then I wrap it around the barrel. So let me show you what's in the case, and we'll cut to how I do this. So first of all, I ordered mine from Dyson directly. So they have boutiques and they have the online. So this is the case that it comes in. It says Dyson on here. I really wanted to get the purple one. You can see you actually have purple stitching on here. The purple one I had to get from Dyson, and they have long barrels that you can purchase at Dyson as well. If you buy the Airwrap from like Sephora or Nordstrom or something, you are getting the regular size barrels. If you have longer hair like mine, you're gonna want the longer barrels. So if you order from Dyson, you can customize your set. If you want specific types of attachments, maybe you don't want everything that comes in the standard set, you can switch that out on Dyson without changing the price. You can also buy things separately. So if you want to buy extra of something, you can do that, or you want to get some additional attachments. So this is the case. You have a magnetized closure here. It comes like this. So this is just, I don't even know why that's there. But they have directions here. Honestly, I didn't watch it. And this has foam on the other side. And inside, this is how it comes packed. So you have a round brush attachment, and I have to say my husband has stolen my Airwrap. He did not want me to get the Airwrap. He thought it was a waste of money. And he has stolen it. He uses it every single day. He doesn't have super long hair, but he has very thick Asian hair. So he has to really gel it down or something, or it sticks straight up. So what he can do with this instead is kind of get it to go over a little bit. So it's a little bit wide in diameter, but apparently he loves it. So this is one of the attachments. You also get this brush attachment here. And this is the hairdryer attachment. So you can use this for the hairdryer. It's not quite as powerful as the full-size Dyson hairdryer, but it works. You don't need anything else. And then I got, these are the longer barrels. So the shorter ones, I don't remember the dimensions, but they're approximately like this much shorter. So you have longer hair, you need to wrap it more, you're going to want these longer barrels. Plus, I think it's just a little bit easier to use. You've got more surface area to kind of catch your hair. So you have 2 of these thicker barrels, wider barrels, and 2 of these thinner ones. On Dyson, they also sell an even thinner one that I do not have that you can get separately. Now, when you are looking at these barrels, you get 2 of them, because notice your arrows go in different directions. Sometimes I'm lazy. I don't feel like changing direction, so I use the same barrel for all of my hair. But in general, what I like to do is what I have done in the video clip. So let me just show you how this attaches, and then we'll look at the clip. So this is the actual base, and you have a very long cord here. So there's definitely plenty of space there. You have your controls here. This is on and off. These are your temperature settings. So you've got hot, medium, and then the cool. And this also, you know, you can have the cool shot if you hold it up as well. So then over here, you've got 3 fan speeds. This actually just, you can see the little grips, it just clips in. Okay, so see, that's nice and snug. And on the back, you have a release button here. So when you want to change it, you can release it. You just push this down, and this will be hot. So you want to hold it by the top piece here. And then I just stick it in the case and switch and continue on. So this is a demo of me doing my hair, and notice the way I do the barrels. Honestly, when I put the barrels on, I almost always forget which one to use for which side. So I'll usually just take a strand and just do it, because I'm too lazy to look at it and try to remember, oh, this is the direction I want to use for this side of my head. But in general, you want it to curl away from your face. Because if you curl towards your face, towards the center of your face, then it's more apt to like fall in your eyes and things like that. So that's what I do. I do one side with one barrel, one side with the other. Again, occasionally I'm too lazy to do all of it. So at the end, I hold it for, I don't count, maybe 10 seconds per side, or per chunk of hair, sometimes less. It kind of depends. If I have a thicker hair chunk, then I want to hold it a little bit longer. And if I'm using less hair, you know, honestly, just a few seconds will be fine. I let everything sit. When I'm done with curling it and everything, I actually just let it cool off until, you know, there's no residual heat coming off the hair. Occasionally I do take some extra strands and try to wrap them a little bit closer to the crown of my head. It gets hot though, so I don't typically do that every day, but I will do that sometimes to try and get a little extra volume. I do like the way that looks when I hold it a little bit longer. I personally always want to go fast. I'm terrible at doing hair. I hate doing my hair. That's why I absolutely love the DYSON AIRWRAP. But again, it's something I don't want to spend a lot of time on. So I use the highest fan setting and the highest heat setting. When I've used the medium heat setting, I definitely have to hold my hair there longer. And I find that wrapping my hair on the barrel, like getting it to catch, works better with the higher fan setting. So that's kind of why I do that. It just catches better, more cleanly. Because if your hair doesn't catch right away, you can see in the clip that you end up getting like, you know, some strands that kind of blow away, and you might kind of lose them and forget to go back and curl those ones. So I tend to do everything on the highest setting. I do this in 3 minutes or less every time I do my hair now. After it cools, I just take a brush and I run through it. I personally don't love putting hair products in my hair too much. Like, I don't like the feeling of hairspray. So I will use the R&Co Outer Space Flexible Hairspray sometime. I like that one because it doesn't feel like anything in my hair. So if I really want to be sure that everything's going to last, I'll spray that and then brush through it. Most of the time I don't, and I still, even if the curls don't stay quite as strongly as they do after I brush them out, they are still there at the end of the day. I still have volume and bounce, and I still have some some curl to it. So that's all I'm looking for, honestly, is some volume. And I am incredibly happy with this and incredibly happy with how well it stays. My hair is the type of hair that does not always hold product well. Not product, a whole curl well. So if I curl it with a curling iron, I typically have an hour, maybe 2 hours before it's pretty much straight again. Even if I use hairspray, it doesn't, you know, it'll stay, but never like full impact. I have very fine hair. So when I was younger, I actually got a perm. And, you know, like spiral perms were like all the rage when I was a kid. And I got one, and my hair is so fine and six straight that they had to do the perm twice because it didn't take. That's how straight my hair is on its own. Now, yeah, this actually works well. I have tried this with my hair damp, and you can dry your hair this way. And that works totally fine, but for some reason, I find it looks better if I just do it dry. It's also really fast, and I end up with less like flyaways and things like that. So this is kind of my go-to hair method. And I have to say, I'm really loving the Dyson Airwrap. If you want to see more about the Dyson Airwrap, please let me know. The reason I think that this product is worth it is not only how fast and easy it is to do my hair and make it look good, but the temperature settings are comfortable to use. I don't feel like it's burning my hair or anything. You have a ton of attachments. It's a very versatile product. Now, as I mentioned beginning, you know, people have stated that there's a big learning curve with this. Using these Airwrap barrels, I feel like is no learning curve whatsoever. Like, you just let your hair catch in it. It does it for it. No problems. However, I am not somebody who is good at, you know, using a hairdryer and a round brush. I do it. I can do it. I'm just not the best at it. And I find for me, it's still easier for me to use my hairdryer with my brush than this. But honestly, I've only done it a couple times. So I just prefer the Airwrap. The barrels. But yeah, so I think there's a little bit of a learning curve using the brushes and making sure you get that right. Because for me, it's more so the fact that you have air blowing the whole time that you put it through your hair. And when I use a brush and a hairdryer, I put the brush in and then direct the hairdryer on it. Whereas with this, you have the air blowing constantly unless you turn it off and turn it on and so forth. So for me, there is a learning curve with that aspect of it. If that's what you're using all the time, is the Airwrap going to be worth it? You know, that's really going to be a personal thing and how much you like or dislike using a separate brush and hairdryer. For me, I would not purchase the Airwrap for that particular function, but for these barrels, it's like life-changing for me. I currently or previously was using like curling wand or a curling iron periodically. And, you know, I would love the look. I like this look a little bit better. I think it has a little bit more volume and it lasts in my hair a little bit longer. So for me, the Dyson Airwrap is a total win. If you're interested in it and you just need the regular barrels, I would definitely do something like the Sephora VIB sale or something where you can get a discount or something like that. If, however, you're trying to get the longer barrels and so forth, Dyson does periodically have discounts, or they will price match certain things with Best Buy. So I would definitely contact them during one of their sales. If you're not already on the Dyson mailing list, definitely get on their mailing list. And if you have a Dyson product, whether it's a vacuum or whatever, because that's how I did mine. I got 20% off because I have Dyson vacuums. So you register them on the site, and when they are doing their promotions, they'll send you like a 20% off coupon periodically for one Dyson item. And I used it on this. So definitely, if you have a Dyson product already, register it so that you are eligible the next time that comes up. But that's basically everything I wanted to mention about the Dyson Airwrap. If you have more questions and so forth, let me know. I know some people have asked how the Dyson Airwrap compares to, is it the Conair, the Revlon one that has the brush, the heated brush styling. I personally have not used that one, but as I mentioned, for me, the Dyson Airwrap is all about the barrels, and the Revlon one does get to a higher temperature, I believe. So I feel like the Dyson is just a little bit nicer designed. So it's kind of all about what you're looking for. Personally, Airwrap, I am in love with this thing. So it's fantastic. And yeah, I'll see you very soon. So have a great day. I hope this was helpful. Again, let me know if you have any other questions about it, and I'll see you very soon.